If I challenge you to eat only watermelon for a full week for $1,000, do you think you could do it? I asked y'all this exact question and over 1,000 of you answered. 81% said easy money. The other 19% not so sure. 7 full days, no snacks, no meals, just watermelon. I'm with the 81%, especially if it's one of those perfect melons. You know, juicy, flavorful, with that crisp snap when you bite into it. But let's be real, if I ended up with one of those pale, soggy ones, I'd still power through. I just toss it in a blender or juicer. This one I got from the Easton Food Co-op here in Pittsburgh. Fairly dark green skin, and it's heavy for its size. So I think it's gonna be a good one. I had it for a couple of days, gave it some time to ripen. Let's see. Here into the kitchen. Before I cut into our melon, I'm gonna hose it down with some water, then scrub it down with some sea salt and key lime, just to get that outer rind clean. A lot of people use baking soda or vinegar to clean their produce, but this is just how I prefer to do it. Real quick, I do want to give a shout out to our partner, Kuvings USA. Today, I will be using one of my favorite juicers, the Auto 10, to juice watermelon with the rind. It's so fire. On my website, I do have my top picks for Kuvings juicers, where I go into detail on what I love about each one the most. There's also links that will direct you to each juicer if you're interested in making a purchase. The link for all that will be in the description. Now, last summer was peak watermelon season. I mean, high quality melons were everywhere. And for the first time ever, I got my hands on a yellow watermelon, one of the best melons I've ever tasted. Here in Pittsburgh, you can find watermelon all year round, but I don't mess with the off-season produce. Even when the season does start, I avoid stores that carry it year round. It's my quiet protest. I'd rather get mine from the local farmers market or the food co-op, people who actually respect the seasons. And trust me, the flavor hits way different. This year though, seeded melons didn't show up until mid-July, and I've only seen red ones, but I'm not complaining. At least they're seeded. I've been saving a few of the seeds too, thinking about growing my own next year. Not sure how long they'll last, but it's worth a shot. A little mushy in the middle, but not bad. It has a crisp texture for the most part. Oh, and real quick, if I drizzle key lime juice over watermelon, does that break the watermelon only rule? Asking for a friend. I would hope not, because that's fire. Eating watermelon for 7 days straight, I'd recommend it. Even if you're not going all in, but just making it a mainstay throughout your day, it's incredibly beneficial. For starters, hydration. Watermelon is structured water. You're not just drinking water, you're eating it in its most natural form. It hydrates without flooding your system and draining your minerals like chugging plain water sometimes can. It's also amazing for weight balance and waste removal. And watermelon helps you feel lighter, energized, and productive because it naturally helps you release toxins through urine and sweat at a steady pace. And here's something most people don't realize. Watermelon actually supports blood sugar regulation. It's rich in lycopene, a red antioxidant compound that helps free glucose levels in the blood. So when people shout, it's too much sugar, they're missing the picture. This isn't the same as processed sweets. The sugar in fruit comes with healing compounds. That is huge for your overall vitality. Another underrated benefit, nerve function. Watermelon contains potassium and magnesium, two electrolytes that help your nervous system stay sharp and responsive. I was able to make 8 cups with just 1/4 of the watermelon. By the way, I'm using the Pure Vacuum lids and the pump to preserve my juice. The juice is gonna be gone in a day or so. My family's gonna crush this, but it helps preserve its color, flavor, and lifespan by removing that oxidation. So when I pull it out the next day, it's as if I just made the juice fresh. Link for it will be in the description. So to the 19% who said no way, maybe don't go cold turkey, but consider making watermelon your main fruit for a week. It's one of the best fruits for a mono fruit fast. If you give it a try, just be intentional, ease in and ease out, listen to your body. And now I gotta ask, if you had to eat one fruit for $1,000, what would you choose? And money aside, is it good enough to where you could see yourself doing it for free? Drop it in the comments. I'm curious. Until next time, peace, God.